Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing Friday the 13th from 1980, and some of you are probably like, why am I reviewing a horror movie when it's not Halloween? The thing about this movie is it doesn't take place in Halloween, it takes place in June, which is the summer, not Halloween, and I already made horror movie reviews. For example, I reviewed the new Scream movie that came out this year, in the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre that also came out this year on Netflix, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974. If you guys want to watch those reviews, I'll leave a link down in the description below to those videos if you guys want to watch them. So when you first watch the movie for the first time, you don't know who the killer is and what's their motive for killing the campers, and that's the thing I like about this movie. But when the movie starts, it starts off with a flashback from 1958 or 1952, something like that. And then the two campers from the flashback end up getting killed by the killer, but we still don't know who the killer is. Also, one thing I found funny in this movie for some reason was in the flashback when the killer kills the one guy first and then she kills off the girl, but the camera freezes on the girl's face and it just zooms in. For some reason, I just find that funny. I don't know if it's me, but I just find it funny. And if you guys are also wondering why am I not acting like I normally act in the videos, a little bit hyped and just being dumb, that's because I am a little bit tired, but I will get this video done and upload it for you guys. After the two people from the flashback get killed by the killer, it transitions into the present day, and that's when we meet another new character, Annie. When I first saw this movie, I thought she was gonna be the final girl of this movie, but it turns out it was Alice. I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather have Annie as the final girl of this movie than Alice. There's nothing wrong with Alice, I'm just saying. But it doesn't really matter because in part 2, they go ahead and kill off the final girl of this movie anyway. So one character that I really wouldn't mind if he wasn't in the movie was Steve Christy. He's not really in the movie like that. He's in the beginning of the movie, and then from there he's like, oh, I'll be back later on tonight, and then from there he's just gone off the whole movie. But we do get a scene with him in a diner. Then after that, that's when he starts to make his way back into Crystal Lake. But then when he makes it to Crystal Lake, the killer kills him with one stab, and just, I don't know why he was in the movie. There's also a character in this movie that his name is Ralph. I feel like they should have listened to him. If they would have listened to him when they had the chance and had the chance to leave, they probably would have survived. But, you know, who's gonna listen to a guy that looks crazy? In my opinion, the kills in this movie were good. I feel like they were creative, other than just one stab and you're dead. But other than that, kills were good. My favorite kill in this movie was when Jack was laying in bed and someone was under the bed and they killed him. I think the weapon was a spear, and the person that was under the bed went ahead and pushed the spear up through the bed, and it ended up killing Jack through the neck. But also, when you're watching that scene, you can clearly tell that his skin tone from his face doesn't really match his body's skin tone. But what can you do? This movie was made in 1980. One of my other favorite kills in this movie was when Marcy was in the bathroom and the killer went ahead and killed her off with an axe to the face. Like I said, I really do feel like this movie has some good kills. But then we see the character of Brenda getting thrown through the window. She was killed off in the archering range, but we don't really get to see the kill. That was a kill off camera. But then that makes Alice run out the cabin, and while she's running out the cabin, there's a Jeep that pulls up, and that's when the movie reveals the killer, Miss Voorhees. Alice doesn't know that she's the killer, but then they both go back to the cabin and Miss Voorhees sees the body of Brenda. But then Alice figures out that Miss Voorhees is the killer, and then she starts explaining why she started killing the campers and what was her motive. And I will say, every time Miss Voorhees went ahead and swung at Alice with a weapon, she always ended up hitting the weapon that she had in her hand off of her hand. Like, that was some good aiming. But then towards the end of the movie, Alice grabs the machete and decapitates Miss Voorhees. And then the movie ends with Alice in the boat and Jason jumping from the water and bringing Alice down into the water with him. And then she tells the sheriff that there was a boy in the water, but then the sheriff goes ahead and tells her there was no boy in the water. I'm gonna be giving and rating this movie an 8. I feel like it was a good movie to watch. I feel like it was enjoyable. I like the kills in this movie. I feel like they were creative. Make sure you guys subscribe, like this video, and turn that bell notification on so you guys know when I upload, and I'll see you guys in the next video.